So today I want to give everybody an opportunity to partake in this. So I encourage everybody to comment, come up because today is going to be a good day. Let's go, let's grow.
Wake up early, gon' rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
You begin to look toward making this your decade, as you begin to look toward making your life different, as you begin to look at yourself, you got to redefine yourself. Who are you right now? And who must you become in order to create what you want? Who has to change your life?
Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
And the moment you feel unlimited, the moment you feel like a patient parent, the moment you feel abundant, the moment you feel free, now you are teaching your body chemically to understand what your mind is intellectually understood. So we can say knowledge is for the mind and experience is for the body. And in that moment, you're beginning to embody the truth of that philosophy, of that theory. And you're literally signaling new genes in new ways. And you are rewriting your biological program.
They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost.
You got the power!
So I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken. I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence.
So our job is to go from philosopher to initiate, to master, from knowledge to experience to wisdom, from mind to body to soul, from thinking to doing to being, learning it with your head, practicing it with your hands, and knowing it by heart.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up early, gon' rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising. Welcome to the Chocolate Goodie Morning Show. Well, I'm saying Chocolate Goodie Morning Show, but let me just say the Chocolate Goodie Show. I've been saying morning show because I've been doing this for a couple years now, and it's always been in the morning. Full disclaimer, starting Monday of next week, I will be broadcasting from Panama City Beach, Florida, and I will be broadcasting in the evening time at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So for everybody who's used to seeing me in the mornings for this next month or so, I will be broadcasting in the evening due to work schedule. So with that being said, again, I do appreciate everybody for being here this morning. Today is Freedom Friday, and welcome everybody. We're still locked in. We're still locked into manifesting our dreams, personal vision, and goal setting. And today is all about claiming your freedom financially, mentally, and spiritually. By knowing your personal rights and understanding that resilience is your birthright. I'm going to say that again. Today, we're going to be talking about reclaiming your freedom financially, mentally, and spiritually by knowing your personal rights and understanding that resilience is your birthright. So let me go ahead and lay out something full for today. So today again is Freedom Friday. The central theme is true freedom begins when you know who you are, what you're capable of, and what you're entitled to. The only chains that can hold you are the ones that you refuse to break. Ooh, that was heavy. I think that's worth saying again. I'm going to run it all together this time. True freedom begins with knowing who you are, what you're capable of, and what you're entitled to. Therefore, the only chains that can hold you are the ones that you refuse to break. Brother Rexo's sitting here with me today, and he always talks about programming. And I know that gets up under people's skin when he gets to talking about, how we refuse to be deprogrammed, or we are programmed in some kind of way, but it's exactly what it is. And until you stand up for yourself and your own programming, where you get your own downloads, you understand what I'm saying? Where you are accessing the program yourself, where you're deprogramming and reprogramming yourself. A lot of times you always hear me say, I just showed it here on the show, reflect, redefine, and realign. That is reprogramming yourself. Reflect, redefine, and realign. I'll say it again, that is reprogramming yourself. I need to go ahead and share this live too. Do me a favor, y'all, share the live. I want to go ahead and share this over on Facebook too. So it's going to be a hard pause over here on BIGO. Everybody who's watching me on YouTube, just bear with me for a second. See if this will work. Almost. There we go. I don't know if y'all can hear me when I did all that, but I'm back. Anyway. So again, welcome to Freedom Fridays on the Chocolate Goodie Show, where we're breaking the chains and manifesting dreams. This entire week, we've been building on the foundation of your personal vision, writing the blueprint of your life you're destined to live. But here's the truth. You can't manifest anything that you don't first free your mind of. I'm gonna say that again. You can only truly manifest anything if you don't first free your mind. Freedom starts with the inside before it shows up on the outside. Financial freedom, mental freedom, spiritual freedom, they all come down to one thing: knowing your personal rights. See, the system we live in isn't designed to make us feel free. It's designed to keep us in survival mode. That's the reason why we find it a natural and regular thing for us to work for other people most of our lives. Again, this is a programming by the system where we are programmed and designed to keep us in survival mode. But once you understand that you have the right to prosperity, the right to peace, the right to abundance, everything starts to shift. I mean, these are your rights. The right to be prosperous, the right to have peace, and the right to live in abundance. It's your birthright. It's not supposed to be that you work for your whole entire life. These people suck the lives right out of it because of the system that we live in. So how do you break the system? By freeing your mind, breaking the chains of your mind. Stop trading your time for money. Trade your ideal and your dream for money. Today, we're talking about how to build the kind of kingdom that nobody can take you down from. Not a job, not a system, not even life setbacks. Because when you are resilient enough to bounce back from anything, you become unstoppable. So we're going to get ready to unlock this power. I do have a video that I'm about to play for everybody that's on BIGO. You'll be hearing this. I'm not going to be playing it for you and for YouTube. Gratitude for you being here. Let's go. Let's grow.
The most important thing to do first thing in the morning is get yourself in a powerful state. If you're in a great mood, you will produce great results. You will have a great day. The better your attitude, the better the results you produce. The better your attitude, the better you can handle, overcome, and thrive through challenges and difficulties that come your way. So get yourself in a great mood. Do whatever it takes to get that feeling first thing in the morning. Whatever works for you, meditation, reading, gratitude, music, exercise. These are all good options that get you in state. When your mind is positive and clear, you can handle just about anything, can't you? And when you can face challenges with a clear mind, they lose their power. They no longer halt your progress. They no longer have a strangle over your day or your life. You simply choose the best way to move forward and move on.
Most people don't start their days like this. Most people aren't happy. Don't be most people. Be the minority who start their day with positive expectations. Look at yourself in the mirror and repeat to yourself, today is going to be a great day. No matter what happens, today I will see the good. No matter what happens, I will do the right thing. No matter what happens, I will give my all today. Today I will give my best, so tomorrow will be better.
To lock me in bed is torture. People that can spend days and days and days in bed, I marvel at them. I look up under the sheets. What do you have in there to keep you in there that long?
Say thank you for grace. Thank you for mercy. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for wisdom. Thank you for parents. Thank you for love. Thank you for kindness. Thank you for humility. Thank you for peace. Thank you for prosperity. Say thank you in advance for what's already yours. The most selfish thing you can do in this world is help someone else. Why is it selfish? Because the gratification, the goodness that comes to you, the good feeling from helping others, nothing's better than that.
And I ask you, what do you want? Because the days you don't feel like getting up out the bed, the days you feel like quitting, giving up and giving in. Listen to me, the only thing that's gonna get you up out that bed, the only thing that's gonna make you strive past that obstacle, get past that brick wall, the only thing that's going to make you get up and do what you're supposed to do is what you see. When you wake up in the morning, look at your goals gonna tell you what time to get up. Are you hearing me?
Don't be afraid of missing out. Be afraid of being in the exact same place as you are now. 1 year from today, 5 years from today, 10 years from today. Struggling to pay the bills, struggling for energy, struggling to find that passion in your life. Visualize what you are going to do today to get more out of your life. Do it every day. And every day, you will love the life you have created for yourself.
You know when you are guilty of wasting time and laying in bed and you're being lazy. You know it. Whether that was 7 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning, you know it. You have to start the cycle of waking up early by waking up early.
Success is not convenient. You have to do what is required to accommodate success.
Holding the line, maintaining the standard, giving no slack, none. That's the discipline.
There are opportunities that are going to come your way. And there might be some other things going on. And you have to make a choice. You have to ask yourself the question,
what do you want? Because if you don't know what you want, nothing else matters.
how I'm about to use my time. Is it positive? Is it purposeful? Is it leading in the direction of where I'm going and the meaning of my life? Is it productive? And is it profitable?
But when you know what you want, why do you wake up at 3? Because I know what I want.
One thing that discipline definitely does help you with is it helps you get things done. And when you get things done, when you actually do things, you have more success.
I wake up, boom, and I go pursue it. And if you're going to really be successful in life, if you're going to have it, if you're going to be it, you're going to do it, I need you to take personal responsibility. And I want you to say, the reason I'm not as amazing yet, because I hit the snooze button. That's why I'm not amazing right now.
A big part of success is just not being lazy and just doing it. That's like 90% of it is just showing up.
The reason why I'm not amazing right now is because I couldn't get up early enough because I told myself I'm not an early person.
Get there and start working. Like, you're not going to feel perfect every day. If I only worked out when I felt good, I'd be a fat.
I'm not amazing because I would prefer to make excuses than make adjustments. That's why I'm not amazing.
Because there's a lot of days I don't want to do it. I mean, it's pretty much the same with everybody that actually gets good at something.
I want you to do me a huge favor. I want you to stop talking about this person didn't do that person didn't do this thing, I didn't have that, I didn't grow up here, I didn't get this advantage, I didn't get, kill it.
There's got to be those days you push through.
Are you hearing what I'm saying? Why haven't you reached amazing yet? Just keep it 100. I'm not amazing because I'm lazy. Just look at yourself in the face and be honest. I'm not amazing because I'd rather spend my money on shoes. I'd rather spend my money on stuff than to make a sacrifice in a book or to fly and go. I'm not amazing because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing to be amazing.
Hey family, this is your boy Chocolate Goodie. I just wanted to take a moment and say, this journey, this movement, is not just about me, it's about us. Together we're building something incredible, a community of action takers, dreamers and doers. But here's the truth, none of this happens without you. Every gift, every follow, every share, it's more than just a gesture, it's fuel for the vision. When you drop a gift, when you tap that follow button, you're not just supporting me, you're helping to spread positivity and empowerment and motivation to even more people. Your support helps us create more shows, bring more powerful guests, and helps me build a platform where everybody can shine. And if you support positive vibes, and you like what we're doing over here in the Soul Tribe family, growing and building a community of action takers and believers, then share the room, tap that screen, don't be mean, drop a bean, and do me a big favor and support my YouTube channel. Remember, together we are stronger. So educate yourself, ask questions, and verify everything. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me today. Let's go, let's grow. Grand Rising, everybody. Again, I hope that you all are enjoying the show so far. I am working out some kinks still, but so far, I'm happy with the flow of today. Today is Freedom Friday, and I do want to turn some of our attention on what I've been talking about, because I've pointed out that we talk about financial freedom, mental freedom, but more importantly, one of the things that I want to point out right now is the importance of understanding your rights. knowing your own personal rights. So I am going to be showing something here over on YouTube here in a second, if it will let me do it. And I know it will. I just got to woosah a little bit and see if this is going to be it. This is it right here. Perfect. So there we go. I'm talking about our unalienable rights. So for those who might tune in to the show later on, whether you looking at the show right now or whether you tune in later on, you'll be able to see where I have posted up right now your unalienable rights. I'm going to read it out aloud because I think it's important. It might be a little numb to some people who might be listening, but I promise you, you'll learn something along the way. And it's important that you hear this, you read this, you see this on a daily basis. And as the months and time and things go on, I'll be digging even more into what these things really mean. But I want to read this plaque that you'll find on Living in the Private. And it talks about our unalienable rights. It says your unalienable rights. Unalienable rights are inherent, sovereign, natural rights that existed before the creation of the state, and which, being ascended to and above the state, can never be taken away, diminished, altered, or leaned upon by the state, subject only to due diligence by the common law. Nor can any unalienable right be fundamentally removed, whether mistakenly, by contract through non-disclosure, which is fraud, or through unenforceable law, which is contrary to the natural law. So here we go. The original permanent unalienable rights for each and every man and woman include the right to life, freedom, health, and the pursuit of happiness. The right, and we talked about that a little bit earlier, the right to live your life freely is healthy in your own pursuit of happiness. Number two, the right to contract or not to contract, which is unlimited. That gets a little deep. That gets a little deep when I want to help you understand what I mean or what they mean by saying contract, right? Every time you receive a letter, every time you receive a summons, every time you sign something, you're entering into a contract. Anytime it requires your signature, you're entering into a contract. Anytime somebody's demanding something from you, check this out, and you don't respond, you're entering into a contract. We'll dig into that a little bit more. I'm looking forward to having some friends and eventually people that I even follow here on the show where we can dig more into our unalienable rights. And I'll turn you on to them and their programs and things like that, because these are things that we should have been taught when we were children that we now have to learn and relearn as adults. Because you'll find that when you dig into the law, you'll find that a lot of it's been misconstrued. What we think to be or mean one thing means something totally different. You think that when they saying the word person, when you're reading the law, that they talking about you as a human being, but they're not. They talking about your straw man. And everything that applies to that word person in the law technically don't apply to you as a living human being. That requires a little bit more studying, a little bit more open-mindedness, a little bit more learning. Don't think that I'm crazy. Question me and search for yourself. Anyway, the right to earn a living by being compensated with wages, a salary, or trade of goods in fair exchange for one's work. I'm gonna pull this over here, as a matter of fact. That way I ain't looking all the way over there. All right. The right to travel in ordinary course of one's life and business. That one's huge. When everybody talks about they don't need a driver's license and they don't need this and they don't need that. Well, I just read that you have a right to travel in ordinary course. You just have to understand how to communicate that to an officer. Oh, that's one thing. I don't know if I'm going to get into that today, but I have a couple of lists of scripts to use and learn when you talk to the police or when you're in court in regards to how to represent yourself as a human being. All right, because the just of us have not, gotten to the state where we are, or where you might be thinking about of changing your status. I mean, changing your status from a citizen to a national, American national, a foreign national, a state national, anything to where you're not a citizen, right? And what that does is it frees you from the chains that the rest of us citizens are in. And I say us citizens because yes, I do know a lot, but I have not made that transition, because as I continue to learn, I just keep finding different things that make me pause. Because when you try to make that transition from a citizen to American national and things like that, the law, the system don't really like that, right? The system don't want that. So they're going to buck against you. And if you don't know what you're doing, you can lose in a very, very bad way, find yourself up under the jail if you represent yourself the wrong way. So it's very, very important that you understand how to represent yourself. The next one is the right to privacy and confidentiality, free from unwarranted invasion. In other words, stay out of my property, stay out of my crib, stay out of my car. Know your rights. The right to privacy and confidentiality, free from unwarranted invasion. No matter what you ask me, officer, I have a right to keep that to myself. Am I free to go? Do you have a warrant? I mean, did I hurt somebody? Anyway, there's a whole lot of things that you can say to position yourself to the point where, and it's not about, and this is the thing when it comes about knowing your rights, all right? And I still got a pretty lengthy list to go when it comes into these rights, but I want to stress the fact that this is not about being prideful or boastful or tough when you face these people. It's about being a little bougie, understanding that they work for you, and that they can get in trouble for violating your rights. And as long as you present yourself in the right way, with respect, and you comply when necessary, because there's a whole lot of things you don't have to do. But if you do, and if they do demand and threaten you to do it, then absolutely do it under duress. Where you can put, I believe it's like TDC in front of your name. Were you saying you did that under duress? Were you complied and you signed your signature because the officer threatened and said, hey, if you don't do this, I'm going to take you to jail. There's ways to the point where when you do get to court and you said that, and in its own tape that you said you reserve all your rights, you've asked the officer over and over again, did I hurt somebody? Different things to the point where when you get in front of what's supposed to be the law, I'm talking about the magistrates, not the real judges, because the only real judges are the ones in the Supreme Court. Anyway, the magistrates that they put you in front of, the judges that they put you in front of, you will have more than a leg to stand on, because they have a rule of law that they have to go by. And if you got your head held high and you understand how to represent yourself, what can stop you? And we ain't even talked about what this can do for the rest of your life when it comes into credit and things like that. Because remember, you are the credit. The money that we spend and all that type of stuff is poof out the air, and all that type of stuff is only accessible because you live. If you got loans and all that type of stuff, yada, 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 that means it's because, well, it happened to you. It happened for you, even though they might not have gave as much as you wanted or whatever the situation is. You got it from your own account. They're accessing your own account to the point where if you don't pay them back the money that they gave you access to out of your own account because you use your signature, your social security number. Therefore, they knew that money was guaranteed, because if you don't pay that money back, they will file that UCC-1 on your behalf so that they can get that money. That's a whole nother story talking about the UCC-1, but that's one of the things that you must do when it comes into getting your life in order. You put $1 million bind on yourself, or $1 million lien on yourself. Who gonna touch you then if they try to sue you for something small? I'm just saying there's ways to protect ourselves. Grand Rising Balboa, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me get to the next one. The right to control. Okay. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, 9. Well, I've been going on at 9, but I was a little bit late today because I am actually live on YouTube right now too. But starting Monday and all next month going into April, I'll be going on at 9 o'clock in the evening. So I'm not going to be doing the morning show anymore because of my work schedule when I get on the road. So I will be I'll be on at 9 o'clock in the evening. Hey, Grand Rising, Mr. Coochie. Peace in the bun. Yeah, man, I don't know. Some people, but that's just where you can't play that game. You know what I mean? It takes two to tango, and I ain't dancing. You feel me? So, but yeah. How did he get back up here? How did he get back up here? How do I do that? I'll figure it out. Watch him come back. Yep, this nigga came back. This nigga came back. How does this nigga? How can I do this? Oh, no. Cancel. There you go. I did it that time. He can't come back this time. Oh my God. So anyway, that's just you got to be careful of situations like that. You know, when things go wrong, don't go with them. You hear me? I'm gonna say that again. When things go wrong, don't go with them. So right now we're talking about our unalienable rights and getting that understanding to hopefully get to a point where we have, get that overstanding or understanding to the point where we understand this. But this is going to take some time that everybody has to do on your own. I cannot do this for you. I mean, I can present it to you. I can point you in a direction where you can go learn this stuff. Living in the private blog spot, you don't have to log in. You don't have to download. You don't have to do nothing. This information is there for everybody. But I am reading our unalienable rights right now. The next one is the right to control and hold one's property lawfully without trespass. Again, the right to control and holds one property lawfully without trespass, meaning that people just don't have the right to take things from you. Not even the police. Nobody has the rights. These are unalienable rights, y'all, that we talked about earlier, that cannot be removed. They cannot be taken away. These are your rights. The right to self-defense when threatened with harm, loss, or deceit. The right to due process of the law with notice and opportunity to defend. You know how sometimes you just get railroaded? That house that I lost back in Indiana, I got railroaded. But they'll try to probably say that they gave me the right to due process and everything like that. But back then when I was going through that, that's when I got turned on to all this. And I was knee deep in it trying to figure out how to protect myself and not let them take what they did. So I am somebody who has experienced this, even in the midst of trying to come back and combat them with some of the law. It just took a whole lot more knowing than what I had. So that's an L that I took. Might not necessarily be over with. There's a class action lawsuit and all that stuff going on. But anyway, the right to be presumed innocent, suffering no detention, you know what I'm saying? In other words, not being detained or arrested, no search, no seizure without reasonable cause. Again, the right to be presumed innocent. Why do I got to get out my car? Why are you putting these handcuffs on me? Did I hurt somebody? Because if I didn't, I mean, am I being detained? Am I being detained? I mean, this is before they even put the handcuff. Am I being detained or arrested? Oh, okay. Then you do what you do out of duress. But you're not supposed to give up, or they have no right to search or seize anything from you, to take anything from you without reasonable cause. All right. The right to remain silent when accused, to avoid self-incrimination. That's the reason why you keep your mouth shut, so you don't get yourself in trouble. You keep your mouth shut so you don't get yourself in trouble, because they count on you not understanding the language that you're speaking. Because when those officers and those judges are talking to you, when that paperwork comes to you, that is all in legalese. And if you don't understand what the difference between you and your natural self and your artificial self, the difference between you being a creditor, the debtor, a person, chattel, cattle, whatever you want to say, if you don't understand where you stand, they will allow you and count on you falling for anything. So keep your mouth shut so you don't get yourself in trouble. Study to show thyself approved. If you happen to be behind those bars and you just happen to be in a situation where you don't have the money for a real attorney and things like that, take your punk ass to the library, grab you a book, and learn how and start researching your case. The people in the libraries will help you research your case. You can do better. All right. The right to equity in the eyes of the law, and the equity and equal representation. So the right to equity in the eyes of the law and equal representation. So I just got to talking about the representation that we have. Sometimes when we go into court, sometimes it's not that representation that we wish we had. We don't have the money to pay, but you do have the right to equal representation. So you got to know when to stand up for that. The right to trial by jury, being impartial, being judged by a panel of your peers, the right to appeal the law against conviction or sentence or both, the right to expose knowledge necessary for one's rights and freedoms, the right for peaceful association, assembly, expression, and protest, the right to peace, religion, to have one's own beliefs and choices. I'm going to say that again. The right to practice a religion and have beliefs of one's choices. Again, you have the right to believe what you want to believe. Nobody can make you believe anything. The last two, the right to refuse to kill under command because of reason of good conscience. This is for the police officers and people out here that might feel like you have to take these orders that are about to be given to you to harm your own fellow citizens, and the right to peace and to be left alone when law abiding. Surely the most critical future of the people is the failure to ensure the teaching of common knowledge of their unalienable rights. If you do not know your rights, you effectively do not have none. By the path of ignorance or by empathy or deception, the people arrive in a state of exploitation, oppression, and tyranny. Again, how do we arrive in this place of exploitation, oppression, and now we are experiencing tyranny? Because of the path of ignorance that we've been on, because we do not know our rights and we're not teaching our rights. So that is going to be the end of that spiel today for when it comes into understanding the difference between private and public and what it means for you in your everyday life. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey family, this is your boy Chocolate Goodie. I just wanted to take a moment and say this journey, this movement is not just about me, it's about us. Together we're building something incredible, a community of action takers, dreamers and doers. But here's the truth, none of this happens without you. Every gift, every follow, every share, it's more than just a gesture, it's fuel for the vision. When you drop a gift, when you tap that follow button, you're not just supporting me, you're helping to spread positivity and empowerment and motivation to even more people. Your support helps us create more shows, bring more powerful guests, and helps me build a platform where everybody can shine. And if you support positive vibes, and you like what we're doing over here in the Soul Tribe family, growing and building a community of action takers and believers, then share the room, tap that screen, don't be mean, drop a bean, and do me a big favor and support my YouTube channel. Remember, together we are stronger. So educate yourself, ask questions, and verify everything. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me today. Let's go, let's grow. Grand Rise, and again, everybody. I appreciate everybody coming out to this Freedom Fridays. So for those who may be listening, you can type it into the comments, Brother Rex, so you can comment. But the first question of today is what does freedom look like for you in this season of your life? What does freedom look like for you in this season of your life? Yeah. for me, freedom is me being able to do this podcast without any pressures of thinking about me having to worry about bills or anything like that, where I could just be able to just freely give and really, really be able to focus on making this show great, one, and be able to focus on my real estate ambitions, along with which include me having the gratification of helping families and children achieve their dreams, from whether it be financial freedom, mental freedom, whatever it is, but just being able to feel on an everyday basis, me being in the presence of people who are growing, people who are grateful and excited about what they have in front of them, and because they were around me, I mean, not that I'll be getting patted on the back or anything like that, but just knowing that my life had purpose in that way. You know what I mean? There's just a sense of freedom that I'm looking forward to in that moment. And I don't want to be real old when that happens. Seriously though. But I would like to be able to just move freely, travel the world, be able to visit different people, show to different people, help other people free their minds in certain different kind of ways. Yeah, that would be an exciting time in my life. I know a lot of people will probably say, I just want to be able to just sit back and chill and do nothing. I think that for me, it's about the journey. It's about the experience. It's about being able to grow, do, and see, and even more importantly, become. We're not human beings, we're humans becoming. And I respect that dash in the middle, y'all. I've seen a whole lot of beginning dates and end dates for the just of most of my family in this life. But that dash in the middle, I plan to make it count. If there are going to be people standing in that building that day talking about the life that I live, I want for not only for people to hear about the difference that my life made for other people's lives as they talk about me, but I want somebody that day, life to change because of it. I ain't playing, I'm just saying, and I believe it's going to happen. Anyway, but in the meantime, in between time, I can't stop, won't stop. I'm going till the wheels fall off. And that means that, and I'm going to be positive all along the way. It's one thing that I learned when I used to be a Bible thumper, right? So you can't be wise all the time. You can't have fun all the time. You can't be drunk all the time. I'm talking about the wisdom of Solomon, right? Because there's danger in doing too much of anything, right? So, but in that mindset, I guess I'll just put this out here as a disclaimer, because I am a test dummy for what I talk about here on the show. Everything that I talk about, I am living, have lived, or experiencing, and am pushing myself in my own way to my own becoming. Y'all just are with me enjoying the ride. Y'all get to see me become. Y'all get to watch me grow. I mean, to the point where, like Brother Rexo sitting here, it's people in my Soul Tribe family over here on BIGO that just know me in a way where they saw me on a hard crash. There's people who might be listening right now who ain't listened to this show before, that knew me before that hard crash. But the beauty of what I'm doing now is that everybody gets to see me get back up. The people on BIGO, y'all got to see me lose and then start building back. Everybody now gets to see how everything flows over. You get to be a part of it. And my hope and my goal is that everybody learns and grows together. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and dig in one more time to this freedom mindset. But I do want us to pay very, very close attention to how important it is to focus on ourselves.
There will be plenty of opportunities to get discouraged, to lose your passion, and think that it's not meant to be.
Of course, everybody
But if you're
on
going to reach your
YouTube.
destiny,
This time, everybody
you
on
have to
Bigo
have
gets
a
to see
made-up
the
mind.
video.
If
Thank
you
y'all
give
for hanging
up
out.
after the first time, or the 5th time, or the 30th time, what that really means is you didn't want it bad enough. There should be something you're believing for that you are relentless. You are not moved by how impossible it looks. You're not discouraged by how long it's taking. You don't give up because people told you no. Your attitude is, if I have to believe my whole life, I am not going to stop believing. I am not going to take no for an answer. I'm not going to settle for mediocrity. I'm going to keep pursuing what was in my heart.
And ask yourself, what do I really want? What do I really want? And write it down. Writing causes thinking. Thinking creates an image. And you get these images going, you're building a vision in your mind. It's the visionaries that's changed the world. Think of them.
But what keeps that competitive edge, what keeps you on top, is the ability to think and prepare mentally over and over and over again. The body has limitations, the mind does not. We focus so much on what goes on from the neck down that we forget it all starts from here. Everything starts from here. If you're not mentally ready, you're never really physically prepared. And that's where the preparation starts.
What would your life be like as you look toward the future if you decided, I'm not going to allow my fears to stop me? And I'm saying to you, whatever you got to do it, because if you don't, life is going to whoop you until you surrender.
So when you're young and you make mistakes, don't let them eat you up. Because everybody that done made it, done made it. You got to fail in order to win. Hey, look, man, to understand how to hit the game-winning shot, you got to miss the game-winning shot. You know, you got to be tough because the road to success is always under construction. It's never a clear path to success. The people who become successful are the people who have a relentless attitude. And you just got to hang in there through the bad breaks, because the bad breaks is coming. But they usually come right before the big break is about to happen. You get a series of bad breaks and it stumbles up a lot of people. My life and my success is to say to anyone, you can stumble, you can fall, you can get back up again. No matter what.
I'm going to try something else real quick. Don't know if this is going to work or not. But I think what I'm actually going to do is, for everybody who is watching me on YouTube, just to be mindful of my time. I want to thank everybody who came out today and watched the show, because freedom isn't something that you wait for. It's something that you claim. You don't need permission to be great. I'm going to say that again. You don't need permission to be great. You don't need permission to be wealthy. You don't need permission to be at peace. The only permission you need is the one you give yourself. Setbacks will come. People will doubt you. Systems will try to block you. But the power to overcome is already within you. The moment you decide to never give up on yourself, that's the moment that sets you free. So whatever your vision you've been holding on to, whatever dream God put inside of your spirit, it's time to go get it. Not next week, not next month, but right now. It's time. Freedom is your birthright, but action is what makes it real. So let's take action together. Because when you walk in power, the whole world has no choice but to get out of your way. Remember, everybody, don't let what you can't do stop you from doing what you can do, but please do what you can do when you can do it. Reflect, redefine, and realign. Dream big and be great, everybody. Thank y'all for watching.
Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Begin to look toward making this your decade. As you begin to look toward making your life different, as you begin to look at yourself, you got to redefine yourself. Who are you right now? And who must you become in order to create what you want? What has to change?
Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Understood.